Hello, everyone. Welcome to another match of Littlewargame. Today, I'm bringing you such a treat. Um, I've been enjoying playing Little War Games, and uh, one of my favorite people I get to watch is playing in the game. I mean, he's probably not my favorite, but he's a really good player to watch in this game. So, in the top right corner of Silent Fjord, we have NorM playing with the blue pieces. And in the bottom left corner, we have SatCitAnanda playing with the red pieces. It is Silent Fjord, so um, in this game we have 5 people in total watching this match. So we have the red player, we have the blue player, and then we have 2 other spectators. So I'm very excited to see what the comments are gonna be. Like in the comments when the chat comes up, obviously, and man, I'm just super excited. Okay, so NorM is going for probably a. Okay, so he's going Den. He's going one Den expand. Looks like um, SatCitAnanda, the red player, is going for potentially a one base all in off of 2 racks. Definitely like the. Oh, they're both going for the same build. Actually, they're starting with 2 Den all in. That's gonna be so funny. Seeing both of these players go for this 2 Den on this map. Um, all right, let me try and give my thoughts kind of succinct. Nerves already typing the BM, already the BM, the BM. Yeah. Oh wait. He canceled. He canceled. Oh God. Oh, the red player canceled his 2 Den. This is terrible. Oh, he's gonna really hate himself once he realizes that he basically canceled a 2 Den. I know he canceled. Okay, so let's kind of refigure ourselves. So with this 2 Den expansion, um, the idea is that you create a bunch of wolves and you put a lot of pressure on your opponent. In fact, you put a lot of pressure on your opponent. You punish him for going like early expand, and then because you have a bunch of wolves and he would probably only have a castle, basically be able to do a lot of damage to his workers with all your wolves. But now he's going to be able to scout very soon that he's been on 2 Den, and his 1 Den is going to have such a bad time against this because he wasn't able to produce uh, that many wolves against him. So let's go ahead and take a look at how many units we have. So it's right now it's just 4 wolves against 5. Obviously, more being produced at home for the red player, and now he's gonna like scout and see what's actually going on. But hopefully, the red player will be able to recover from this. Yeah, that's the hope here. That's like the dream scenario. If red can recover, we got a lot of damage going on this wolf here. NorM's not microing exactly perfect. I mean, it's a very micro perfect in this game, but we do have a lot of damage coming down. Now we finally get some control, and now we do have a little bit of harassment going on in over here. So curious why NorM is building this house when he hasn't really capped out on supply, but I guess now he's capped on supply. So good house. Got wolves coming back here to heal up. Wolves have regeneration, so they'll naturally heal up while they're damaged. This basically means that you can keep a wolf alive for a long time, longer than you might think. I'm very curious to see when these players decide to expand, if they decide to expand, or if they're deciding to continue to go for their all-in. I guess it's up to NorM, to be honest, because red is he doesn't necessarily have the advantage in terms of positioning. I mean, his base is basically being fully pressured, and he's not really attacking any of his opponent's workers. He's attacking the castle. If this castle dies, this would be terrible for NorM. But wolves don't do a lot of damage against buildings, to be honest. We do see this fight coming in. Red doing a lot of good work. We have a surround against this wolf here. Both of these wolves are attacking this wolf, so making it go low. That wolf dies. This wolf being microed back, which is tremendous. We also have, oh no, he pulled those wolves back together. So yeah, we are doing well here. So NorM is on 6 wolves. Oh, the red player did pull his wolves into this worker line, but it didn't go very well. So still basically on 10 wolves, and my my to use allies chat. So one of the spectators is going in all chat, so gotta just make sure, don't give too much information away if you're spectating a game. That's just bad manners. But I am very curious to see if we do get this castle. That's no worries. Everyone goes through this. Ooh, I'm not happy to see that these two wolves are basically gonna die. Very low health wolves going for this attack. So if to be honest, I would have preferred that red player just pulled back his weak wolves and let them sit back at home and just heal up basically. We do see that red is going for an expand, so it means that you know actually good point. Point. The fact that spectators aren't defaulted to allied chat is actually a very good point. But yeah, so we got this a little bit of harassment going on. It's pretty low wolf count, and it's basically just like two den all-inning each other consistently, and we're just waiting for like the big fight where it's the all-in, or we're waiting for the red player to kind of stabilize. Because if both of these players, well, if this red player could stabilize on 2 bases while the blue player is stuck on 1, that would be very strong for the red player. In fact, the red player is doing a good job of keeping these wolves at home, avoiding the run bys and really trying to like make it so that he can expand. So we do see stabilization, and out of the early game, let's see who is ahead actually. So blue lost a worker and 20 wolves, while red didn't lose any workers, and red lost less wolves. So red is looking ahead as far as the early game goes. Um, you know, that's just how the early game is looking. He's also getting like tremendous scouting information, kind of seeing what's available, seeing how many workers are in the worker line at home. If the worker line is also getting attacked, holy cow, he just lost another worker. NorM lost another worker. That would be actually insane. I think he may have. Yeah, he just lost 2 workers. That's crazy. Very crazy. Because when you think about it, workers provide value exponentially. So if you have a worker in the beginning of the game, that worker is probably going to give you like hundreds of resources where throughout the game because of how long they're on the map for. We do have a little bit of this harassment going on. Definitely liking the surrounds that the red player is able to get here. Um, you know, he's also, because he's on 2 bases for longer. He's also has like higher worker production. And now the real question is like, where do you go from here? Your opponent is on a little worse economy than you. You have kind of better units than him. Like if you're counting how many wolves he has, then you can kind of like see how big his army is. And so, I mean, here we have the idea of getting better wolves. So we're getting upgrades, like attack upgrades, defense upgrades for the wolf here. And then for NorM, we're getting a fortress. So we might be getting like a 2 base dragon all in potentially. So, and you like this idea, sending wolves down here to kind of get rid of this building and make it so that it's really hard for NorM to be able to defend against anything. It's really, really a strong idea, actually. I mean, especially if you're able to deny a house, if you're able to deny basically like a third expand from NorM, and if you're able to get one of your own as well, that would be super strong. So we continue to see this. I'm actually really happy with how the lag situation's going because this is a live game. We're not experiencing a lot of lag from these two players, so that's pretty good too. Yeah, he did finish the house. That's pretty big actually. So Norm did feel like he could finish the house, and as far as trades go, this is a great trade for the red player. He's able to pressure this house while getting good trades against these wolves here. It's pretty much like what you want to do. This what happened when he kind of let this area get unoccupied by wolves. It's really dangerous there for a second um, because Norm could have had a pretty excellent surround against him. As we see, a little bit of a supply block. I mean, the red player does a fantastic job of getting out of that supply block almost immediately, but almost immediately afterwards, he has to deal with another supply block very soon. So very curious to see how these players transition. In fact, I'm even curious to see if Red sees this Dragon Lair. That is actually such a big deal because Norm is currently producing two Dragon Lairs. He's got one in his main base and he's got one here. And the fact that he's able to see this means that he does the perfect response, gets an advanced workshop. The idea is once you see dragons coming on the map, you want to get a response to that. And so the response is getting an advanced workshop. And what advanced workshops provide is they provide ballistas, which is like a great anti air unit. It specializes in anti-air and it does a tremendous amount of damage against anti-air units. Then it also gives you the airship, which is great at transporting the very slow moving ballistas. So it's definitely good stuff. As you can see, we're still on two bases. I think at some point Red was floating enough resources to try to go for another base. He's also getting +1 attack upgrade, I believe this is what that is. We can also check upgrades. So he's currently got +1 to damage for the wolves, and he's continuing to get upgrades. He's got about, yeah, red player is in such a tremendous advantage right now. The only advantage that Norm has or this blue player has at the moment is that he's getting dragons. And dragons is actually good text like good option against these wolves because they have no response against air units. And so Norm is going to be able to defend against this. What needs to happen now is he needs to start building ballista. He finally does. It was the advanced workshop was idling for a little bit, but that's because there's so much action going on around the map. I mean, if I was the red player here, I would just start rallying into this mineral line and just start killing the workers because a great way to stop your opponent from building dragons is to kill your opponent's economy. And so currently we have, the worker count is dropping for blue. It's going from like 18 workers to 17 workers, but yeah, 16 workers now, so it's definitely dropping. And 4 dragons might not be enough to kind of save the economy right now. So, he's getting 12, so it's like quickly dropping actually. It's pretty intense how close this game can become. But hopefully this will give the red player enough space. Oh, Norm GG'd out. All right, good game, everybody. That was a lot of fun to watch, but like the red player had such a good advantage there, and I thought it was really well played. I don't know if it's fair to say Norm played bad because he isn't really like he said he was pretty drunk playing this game, so he might not have had his full abilities, but definitely a fun game, definitely one I enjoyed. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.